Hey YouTube, how are you? Good to see you. This weekend we shot the 2023 Carolina Classic. It is a all-staff reset match. I did work 2 of the 3 days. I had some school stuff going on Friday, so I couldn't get there on the Friday on the staff day. So I shot Saturday morning, worked Saturday evening, and worked all day Sunday. The match ran fantastic. The way they had the stages set up was actually really cool. It skipped, so it was like 1 skip, 2 skip, 1, 3, and you get all the way down to the end, and then basically you just go back up on the odd stages. So it was really cool how they had it set up. It flowed extremely well. Chrono ran great. I don't think there was any backups the whole match, but stages were fantastic. So we're going to go through each of those. I am out of my brace, not by doctor's orders, but I am right now. Still have a little bit of a lump going on right there, so I think this might be something permanent. I don't know. But I got to the match totally prepared to shoot it one-handed. But I decided to try the first stage with both hands. I was totally braced up, wrapped up, and it felt really, really good. So I decided to shoot the rest of the match with both hands. It went really well. I don't have any complaints. A little slow, a little, confined. But we placed 28th in carry optics. Last year I placed 19th in carry optics, if memory serves correct. So I wasn't unhappy. 2 weeks out of surgery, not tuned up at all, because I didn't practice at all for this match. So really pleased. I did not have any penalties. I only think I was down 5 deltas the whole match. But anyway, enough catty. We're going to start going through the stages. We started on stage number 2. I'm going to read off. It was called Starion. I placed 30th at 75.51%. This was the first stage. It was 31 rounds. Time of 27.93 seconds. 27 alpha, 4 Charlie. A hit factor of 5.2632. There was some issues with the stage planning on this. For one, I was late that morning, so I didn't get there quite on time. Number 2, in the stage planning, there's 2 steals in the 3rd position. And one time in the stage planning, I was like, paper, skip the steals, paper. And I was like, no, that's not right. Paper, steal, paper. You can see in the stage run, I skipped the steal and went back over to the paper. Had an extra transition on that portion. But other than that, the thing went good. It was kind of a survival stage because I really was ill prepared for this one. All right, see you in a minute.
Are you ready? Stand by. You are finished. Unload show clear. If clear, hammer down in holster. Range is clear. Time 2793. Are you ready? Stand by. You are finished. Unload show clear. If clear, hammer down in holster.
All right. I'm going to look over here because I'm reading my scores for you guys. So stage number 3 was the second one we shot of the day. It was called Cherokee. I was 54th place because I was slow on this one. 68.75%. 17 alpha, 5 Charlie. Time of 21.49. A hit factor of 4.6533. Sorry about the lighting. It's the camera. It's screwing with the camera. On this stage, there was 3 different triangles, 3 different shooting boxes. There wasn't really anything that I would have changed besides just trying to shoot faster. I did fumble the reload a little bit coming over to the left side, That cost me a few seconds. I don't think it cost me the 4 seconds that I needed, that I was down. But it definitely hurt. You know, maybe 1 or 2 seconds at the most. Other than that, I just wasn't moving fast enough, which is something we're going to focus on once the arm gets to full extension and I can start being more active. We're going to change a bit of our training and focus, etc. But anyway, here we go.
Are you ready? Stand by. We're finished unloading. Still clear. It's clear. Hammer down. Range clear. 2149.
2149.
Too
2
slow.
alpha.
2 alpha.
Okay.
Are you ready? Stand by.
All right. The next stage is called DeLorean. I was 17th on this one at 74.50, 9 alpha, and 2 Charlie, a time of 8.62, a hit factor of 5.9165. There's nothing I would change about the stage plan. I think it went really good. Only things I would maybe consider doing was double tapping the first steel to get it down a little faster. And when I moved over to the right, instead of a shuffle, it was more of a hop, which I wasn't totally stoked about. But other than that, man, I think it went real good. So here we go.
Are you ready? Stand by.
You are finished and range is clear. Clear slide hammer holster. Range is clear. 8 rounds, please.
Thank you. Time 8:62. 8:62.
6.
Are you ready? Stand by.
All right. Stage number 5 was one that I worked. It was called Hammer. There was a lot of no-shoots on this. I wouldn't change anything about the way I shot it. I think it went real well. The one thing I want to do during this off season is just work on letting go, and just really putting the speed down and just focusing on the visual aspect of the shooting. So I really do think I can go quite a bit faster. I really think that it's more of a mental block than anything. And I'm going to work really hard to get past that. I think I'm going to call up Mr. Castro and have a conversation with him and maybe spend a few days with him, either in class or just pay him to do a one-on-one with me, because I really do think I can get past this. And I feel like I'm on the edge of the precipice, of this issue where I could really fall over the edge and really gain quite a bit. But anyway, I was 12th place, 85.86%, 23 alpha, 4 Charlie, and 1 Delta, which is where I was exiting on the first array. Time of 15.28, a hit factor of 8.3770. Here we go.
Are you ready? Stand by.
If you are finished, unload, show clear. If clear, hammer down and holster.
Range is clear. 1528.
1528.
Stand by.
Okay, our next one is called Grand National. I was 34th place at 71.89%, 15 Alpha for Charlie, a time of 12.45, a hit factor of 6.9880. The only thing that went kind of weird on this one is as I was moving to the back, I wasn't really in the right position to get the hard lean to the right. There was a double stack there. So you see me kind of stumble, and then I had one makeup on the steel at the very end, which is fine, not a big deal. But man, this stage was a lot of fun because there was some really cool movement, really cool target presentations that I really liked. The other thing I meant to mention about this video is I'm using a new camera, those Instago 360s, and the view on the first person is awesome. I love it. So I hope you guys do enjoy that. It's you can almost see the dot, but it's right down the muzzle, right down the side of the gun. It's a really, really cool video. So I hope you guys dig that. All right, here we go.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Finished, unload, show clear. Hit clear, hammer down, holster.
Range is clear. 12.45. 12.45. Are you ready? Stand by.
All right. If you guys hear sizzling, I'm actually in my kitchen cooking right now. So the stove's like right here, right off to the side. So if you hear it, that's what that is. Stage 7, which was our 6th one that we shot, was called Testarossa. I was 53rd at 63.27%, 13 Alpha, 6 Charlie, 1 Delta, a time of 13.63, hit factor 6.1629. I was on the fence about how to start this, so I ended up starting it on a hard lean and kind of backing out on one of the targets to the second position to shoot another 2. Then I was going to cross over out of bounds into an opening, which I liked that portion of it. I had a little bit of an issue picking up the dot because I couldn't get my arm turned. So the first target, there was a pretty good pause. Second portion went really well. The movement back and entry into the port and shooting out of that was good because I didn't really have to post up too hard. I kind of leaned out on that, but it put me in a bad position for the next array. And again, I had to kind of stumble because I thought I was further than I was, and the targets weren't there. So I had to work through that, which was fine, not a big deal. Still a decent time, but I still feel like I can shoot or should be shooting more aggressively. But anyway, let's go with that.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Finish, unload, show clear. Clear, hammer down, holster.
Range is clear. Time 1363. 1363. Are you ready? Stand by. Range is clear. Time 1363.
The next stage was called Countach, Lamborghini Countach, I guess. 30th place at 71.51%. They packed a lot into this little box. There was a lot of shooting. 15 Alphas, 5 Charlies, 1 Delta, a time of 18.37, a hit factor of 4.9537. Only 86% of the points, which I wasn't crazy about. And the one before at Testarossa was the same thing, 84%. I try to stay at that 90 to 95% of the points if I can. 95 is what I really hope for, but couldn't make it happen. I think there was a couple of makeups on some steel on this stage, if I remember correctly. Other than that, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about. There was one swinger on it, but there was good hits on that. A little slow getting to that swinger. It was an attack target moving to the popper, but the movement was a bit lackadaisical. Like I said, man, I just need to brush up on the aggressiveness that I'm moving and working through the stage. So here we go.
Are you ready? Stand by.
Just unload it to clear. Clear hammer down.
Rated clear. 1837.
Basically all four.
That is 4-7. Yeah.
All right, next one was called Rabbit. 74.15%, 28 alphas, 4 Charlies, a time of 23.14, hit factor of 6.5687. Again, aggressiveness, and other than that, it went well. There were some couple makeups on some steel, but I have no complaints. Here we go.
Are you ready? Stand by.
If finished, unload and show clear. If clear, hammer down and holster. Range is clear. Time 2, 3, 1, 4.
2, 3, 1, 4.
2 alpha.
2 alpha. Are you ready? Stand by.
Okay, and the last stage of the day, which was probably my worst stage, in my opinion, was called Supra. 62nd at 62.44%, 19 Alpha, 4 Charlie, 2 Delta, time of 20.21, hit factor of 5.3934. Just got out of a groove on this one. Made a couple mistakes, had some makeups, and I just couldn't get my flow. It was kind of choppy. Just wasn't a good execution on my part. Stage plan was solid. I didn't get sucked too far into the right side on those targets. I stayed back like I was supposed to. But just the movement got out of sync, weird. So it's just the execution portion of that. Not really going to chalk it up to anything. It just is what it is.
Are you ready? Stand by.
But anyway, that's it for the Carolina Classic. I don't really have a whole lot to say. Overall, it was a fantastic match. Ran beautifully. I don't have any complaints on the match itself. I got to hang out with Nathan Carter, my buddy from Shooting Sport Innovations. As always, we truly appreciate him and everything he does. We actually have a video coming out soon. I still have some more editing to do on it, on why you would buy a $1,800 pistol and then add all the parts to it for more money. But it's a great comparison video, and hopefully it would swing some of you guys over to the heavy gun gang. I think you would see some benefit. I surely have. Other than that, that was it. We finished the match at 28th place, 77.47%, 166 alphas, 38 charlies, only 5 deltas, no penalties, and a time of 161.12. Overall, we were about 90% of the points, so I'm happy with that portion of it also. So we'll see you guys next time. Pitt County's this weekend. I don't know that I'll be shooting that according to how the old arm's going. I might give it another week. And if that's the case, we'll see you at Sir Walter. All right. See you soon.